Welcome back to another wellness vlog, guys. I'm so excited to have you here. It has been the busiest week this past week for me, and big things are popping at Authentically Fit. So not only did we get the Authentically Fit website up and running, but we also got the Authentically Fit, aka AF Apparel and Accessories, store up and running, which therefore means that you can now get your hands on our first edition winter gear drop, which is a very cute pullover hoodie. It's a fitted style as well as a fitted crew neck. And honestly, guys, they are sick. So we have also dropped a coffee mug because you know your girl loves her caffeine. And I'm just so excited for more products to be able to drop for you guys so that we can continue on this mission on how we do it different. So those have been some really big things happening in my life this past week. But on top of that, it feels like it has been the craziest week. Like, I don't know about you guys, but everybody that I talk to, it just seems like it was a lot of hardships, a lot of really crazy things happening. And somehow I wonder how I honestly made it through this last week. But we did it, and we didn't let any of those hardships stop us. And the truth is, guys, is that things are always going to be thrown at you that are out of your control, which is what I want to talk to you guys about today. So today we are going to be going over stress management and how we can own in on being intentional of handling our stress this winter. Because the thing is that as soon as that cold weather comes, I don't know about you, but I feel like it's really easy to start getting cranky. And the truth is that doesn't give us any benefit. It doesn't give any of the people around us any benefit. So I want to talk to us about how we're going to make sure that we are not being crankies this winter. Okay, so the truth is that life seems to be getting crazier day by day. This world is a little nuts right now, and there is so much that is out of our control, which can make a person feel anxious and just like they don't know what to do with themselves. But the truth is, guys, is there is so much that is in our control, and there's so much power to that, okay? So I want us to remember that just simply showing up on the things that we can control allows us to have so much more control when there are things that hit our life that are out of our control. So for example, when a lot of the time we feel stressed, we choose not to look after ourselves, and that's how we feel like we're handling it, right? So let's just say maybe we decide to go binge on some junk food to make us feel better. Maybe we decide to stay up really late watching Netflix and just completely lose our sleep pattern. Or, maybe it's that we start taking aggression out on other people and just start having a bad attitude at the end of the day and making it seem like everybody else is the problem instead of taking ownership for what we can in our lives. And the truth is that that's the easy route, right? That is the easy way to go. But even when you take that hard step in either choosing to feed yourself well or choosing to make sure that you go to bed at a good time, even when you're feeling stressed, that's what's going to make you feel so much better the next day. It's going to rewire your brain to make it easier for you to make those decisions, going forward when you're hit with stressful times. So there's so much power in what it does to your body when you go and make the right decision for yourself in those times where it would be so much easier to just let yourself go. But the truth is that that's what the wrong side always wants to see. It wants to see you fall down when you run into these hard times, but that's not how we're built. And so I want us to own our true potential and really understand that, life is life. We are only given what we're given, and we have gifts that we're able to put forward that are going to allow us to be able to make life easier. So what do I mean by that? Maybe you have a great communication skill, and maybe you're able to give compliments to people in public where maybe they're having a bad day and you don't even realize it, and you're able to share a compliment that totally makes somebody's day. So for example, I was on the phone today and I was getting some help with IT issues, and everybody knows what getting help with IT issues is like. So it's not usually any fun. But the girl complimented me at the end and she said, "I absolutely love your voice." And it was so random. She did not need to say that, but it made it such a great experience for me because I was having a tough day. And that in and of itself completely brightened my day. So, there's little things that we have inside of us, whether it's the food that we make, whether it's the way that we serve people in our actions. But honestly, showing up for other people is one of the best ways for us to be able to serve ourselves. So, I want to remind you guys that when things get tough, don't stop being a good person. If somebody's negative, don't let them steal your negativity, okay? Or let them steal your positivity. Don't let their negativity steal your positivity. And I think that that is what has happened over time, is just that because life has gotten so fast, it allows for more problems. And when you're looking at things like a cell phone, it makes us indisposable, right? People can message us at any time. We're exposed to absolutely anything that we do or do not have control over, right? So, whether it's something that isn't true information and now it's getting you clouded, or whether it's something that is pissing you off first thing in the morning, but you didn't realize that that was going to be the first thing that you saw on your feed. That's what I mean by it's so out of your control. And I want to encourage you guys this season to turn off your notifications for social media. It has been over a year since I've turned off my social media notifications, and I cannot express how much stress has dropped from my life. Like, especially being somebody that works from their phone, it can become a trigger hearing your phone go off. And that is the last thing that you want, because a lot of those notifications are important, but a lot of them are junk. And because we're on so many platforms and we're going so fast and we're doing so many things, it's so easy for so many problems to arise, And I really want us to look at our mindset, the way that we approach things, because the faster that we're going, the easier it is to get frustrated. So for example, when you're in a rush and somebody in front of you is going really slow when you're driving, and you're just like, this guy's an asshole, get out of my way, right? And it just seems like everybody around you isn't making the right decision because you're in a hurry. So anybody who gets in your way is like an idiot, so on and so forth. You fill in the blanks of what you like to call them. But that's what our mind reverts to. But I also want to bring you back to that person who's going the speed limit, who has the person on their ass and is wondering, like, why is this guy in such a rush? It's kind of like that glass half empty, glass half full perspective, where which guy do you want to be? Do you want to be the guy who's always in a rush, feeling like everybody's doing something wrong? Or do you want to be the guy that's just chill, doing what they need to do, right? So I think that that's the biggest thing as well, is that we take on so much that we allow ourselves to get lonely. We expose ourselves to so much that we allow ourselves to get in a bad spot with our mindset. We allow ourselves to get into comparisons with other people in their lives. We allow ourselves to feel like we're not enough, not even understanding the full picture on the other side of what we're seeing. It allows us to so easily make ourselves not feel worthy enough. So that's why I'm saying, don't be afraid to limit your screen time on top of turning off your notifications, because of the fact that because we're designed with gifts, we need to use them. Like, when was the last time that you went and just worked on a fun project with your hands? Okay? When was the last time that you were in the kitchen and you just cooked a fun meal that you saw a recipe for and you're like, I'm gonna do a big meal, I'm gonna pull this off? Like, not many of us. I'm really sure of that. And so I want us to start channeling the things that actually make us feel good and productive when we're done them. We're so stuck on social media that we don't even realize how much life we end up missing. And then on top of that, we're then not feeling like we're enough. So, this season, to make sure that we're not getting cranky and that we're dealing with our stress, I want us to limit our time on social media and channel our passion projects and see what we can get up to this winter. It's great to see when you're an adult, like, what has changed in your perspective of what you're interested in. And I think that sometimes we get so busy and just going to work and getting our chores done and doing whatever it is and then scrolling on social media that we don't remember what it's like to even dabble in projects anymore, or what we're even good at. And we just, get into this pattern of day-to-day living where we allow it to build up in our heads that we can't do all these things when really we're just not giving ourselves the chance. So I really want us to understand that we can create so much stress. If you think negative things, it will make you sick. If you think positive things, it will make you thrive. And I can promise you guys that because I've been there. And if you don't believe me, let's just like flip it to the plant analogy. If a plant can grow off of you giving it positive affirmations, and if it can die from you saying negative things to it, then imagine how powerful it is of what you're saying to yourself, okay? So don't allow yourself to be indisposable to your phone, to social media, to comparing yourself. Make sure that you are owning the life that you have, using the time that you have, and really seeing who you are. Because I feel like social media doesn't allow us to really channel who we are anymore, okay? So life is really what we want to make it. There's always going to be shitty people out there. There's always going to be shitty things happening. There's always going to be hardships. But there is a way for us to do it different, to be intentional with our lives, and to take ownership and make sure that we are living the happiest and best lives that we can, okay? So I hope that you guys found this useful, and I hope that you found it inspiring to really get fired up this winter season and own your potential. So if you are excited about this winter, head over to www.authenticallyfit.com, where you can check out all of our programs, online personal training through the Authentically Fit app, as well as our new merch store, which is AF Apparel and Accessories. So there's so many exciting things that I have coming for you guys, but I wanted to make sure that we start off this season stress-free. So make sure to let me know if you guys have any questions, but if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so that you can get my next video, because we are gonna be rolling on a Thursday schedule from here on out. Before I forget, don't forget to follow me on Instagram too, at team.authenticallyfit and at authentically.fit, because I have been working so hard on planning content for you guys so that you are going to be getting different content across all of my platforms. There are so many exciting things coming. You guys are not gonna wanna miss it. So thank you so much for tuning in to another vlog, and I will catch you guys on Thursday.